All right, as we get closer and closer to MCA time, we will take a break here and there and go back and review some items so that when we get to that day in April or that week in April when we're taking our tests, everything's a lot more fresh in your head. So you've picked up this packet and put your name on the top. It should say algebra on the front of it, and you'll notice it says 7.221 and it has a graph like this. And I think it says page 25. Yep, that's the page number. What we're going to do is I want you to skip this page. We're going to come back and do this, but we'll do it together a little bit later. And I want you to go to the middle page that has these two standards listed on the front, 7222 and 7223. These are questions that talk about proportional, percentages, and reasonable solutions. All right, reasonable answers. So make sure you have a calculator handy. And here we go. This first one says Miguel earns 8% sales commission. Now, we talked about this back in about Mod 6, I think. Commission means it's some amount of money that someone gets paid for making sales, and it's based on a percent times the amount that they sell. So it could be somebody in a store selling shoes or clothing, like something like that. It could be an electronics store. It could be a car salesperson. All of those types of professions and sales might have a commission based or tied to their amount of pay. So in part A, it says, what is Miguel's commission for a week in which his sales total $4,209? Show or explain your work. So what I want you to do is say, well, he's going to get 8% times whatever his sales are, which happen to be $4,209. All you need to do is grab a calculator, crank this out, make sure that you're labeling it as money, and make sure if you need to do some rounding, round to the nearest penny. In part B, it says Miguel also is paid $320 a week in addition to his commission. This is what they call a base pay. He earns $320 no matter what, plus he gets the amount of commission. So go ahead and show or figure out what he earned for that particular week, including his base pay. As you go through this, I'm going to jump around and talk through a few things. Pause the video as you need to, and we'll go from here. In question number 2, I want to look at this one. It says ceramic tile. This box weighs 58 pounds. Ceramic tile's heavy. That happens to be 45% more than a box of plastic tile, which would be a reasonable estimate of how much a box of plastic tile weighs. Now, think about it. The plastic is less. You have to take the plastic box, that weight, plus another 45% times however many pounds the plastic tile box weighs. And that equals the 58 pounds that the ceramic tile box weighs. So for sure, whatever this number is, it's got to be less than 58 to begin with. Look over here and start hacking out or eliminating some of your answer choices there. And then, since it's multiple choice, go ahead and test those two and see which one it is. Similarly, for number 3, what would be a reasonable estimate for the sale price of a $450 suit? So this is our starting value, and we get it for 40% off. Well, think about it. If you're starting with $450 and you get to subtract off some kind of discount, and that discount is 40%, take 40% times that $450, you'll get that value, and then subtract it from your original, and that will be equal to what your sale price is. Or maybe you could even figure this out, since these are kind of spread out. 40% off is almost 50%. That'd be half. What would half of that be? And then talk to yourself. If you're getting 40% off, you're getting a little bit less than half off, meaning you're going to pay a little bit more than half. See if you can reason your way through that one. When you turn the page over, the other questions here have to do with some sort of percent and value. So what I want you to do is read through these and see if you can decipher and make a best choice with each of these. I want to talk about 6 because that's talking about the percent that something decreased. If you just have the money amounts and you want to work backwards to find the percent, I want to give you a little reminder here. You always take whatever the original value or the original amount was, okay, and then subtract the new amount or the ending amount, okay, the amount that changed, to get this value of how much did it change. This is the amount that something changed. It might go up, it might go down, depending on your situation. This is the amount something changed. That's going to be the numerator of your fraction. The denominator of your fraction is always the original number. Once you have a fraction, you can turn that into a decimal. And once you know what the decimal is, you can easily, oh geez, let me get that out of there. You can easily turn it into a percent, okay? Once you know a decimal, then you can simply take whatever that decimal is. For example, if you got something like 0.03, turning that into a percent means go ahead and multiply basically by 100 and put the percent sign there. Or move it 2 decimal places to the right and put the percent sign there to counteract that. Okay, something like 0.45, 45 hundredths, turns into 45%. Okay, so when you see something about percent that it decreased or percent that something increased, you are going to say, where did I start? Where did I end? The original and the new. Find the difference there. That's the amount that something changed. That's your numerator. Your original number is your denominator. Take that fraction and turn it into a percent. Okay? That's all I'm going to have you work on for this particular time. So it's page 27 and 28. Make sure you have your calculator. Show some work there. Good luck, and may the force be with you.